almost a year after New Yorker Jessica Leeds and other women stepped forward with harrowing accounts of being sexually assaulted by a powerful man. Another scandal with similar elements exploded. Only this time, the punishment was swift and devastating. It is hard to reconcile that Harvey Weinstein could be brought down with this, and President Trump just continues to be the Teflon Don, said Leeds, who claims she was groped 30 years ago on a plane by the man whose presence she cannot escape now that he sits in the Oval Office. In Florida, Melinda McGillivray was having much the same reaction. What pisses me off is that the guy is president, McGillivray, who a year ago went public with allegations that Trump grabbed her at Mar-a-Lago in 2003 when she was 23. It's that simple. Leeds and McGillivray were among the 11 women who came forward in the 2016 campaign to accuse the then Republican presidential candidate of unwanted touching or kissing. Trump called the charges pure fiction and referred to the women as horrible liars. Their claims did not stop the celebrity real estate titan on his climb to the most powerful office in the world. Since then, numerous men in high places have been felled by charges of sexual misconduct. Most notable among them were Bill O'Reilly, the star Fox News anchor ousted less than a year after Roger Ailes, the network's co-founder, and Weinstein, once regarded as one of the most influential figures in the entertainment business. The Weinstein scandal, which has featured graphic accounts of assault from a string of celebrity accusers, has sparked a national debate about sexual harassment. Many women, inspired by a #MeToo campaign, have taken to social media to tell their own stories, and calls to the National Sexual Assault Hotline have risen sharply. #MeToo made the scale of sexual abuse go viral. But is it asking too much of survivors? But for Trump's accusers, the renewed debate offers a reminder that their allegations did not have the same effect. Jessica Leeds was one of 11 women who came forward during the 2016 campaign to accuse Donald Trump of sexual harassment. Their claims, however, did not stop him from getting elected to the most powerful office in the world. Alice Lee / The Washington Post. Trump, unlike Weinstein, was able to deflect their claims, despite the disclosure of a video in which he was heard bragging about the kind of behavior some of the women had alleged. Trump has never followed through with his vow to sue his accusers or produce the substantial evidence he said would refute their claims. So far, the allegations against the president have led to a single new lawsuit filed by a Trump accuser who argues that the president defamed her when he denied her allegations, a case that Trump's lawyer Mark Kasowitz called a completely contrived, totally meritless lawsuit, which we expect to be summarily dismissed. Kasowitz did not respond to questions from The Washington Post about the other women's claims and why Trump has not produced the evidence he said would to disprove them. The frustrations of some Trump accusers surfaced publicly in the days after the New York Times revealed the allegations against Weinstein. My pain is every day with bastard Trump as president, tweeted Jill Harth, who once worked with Trump on organizing beauty pageants and sued him in 1997. Claiming he had repeatedly groped her breasts, tried to touch her genitals and kissed her against her will. No one gets it unless it happens to them. No one. Harth, who is now a makeup artist in New York and declined to be interviewed, also accused Trump of getting into bed, uninvited, with one of the 22-year-old contestants in the early 1990s, according to allegations detailed in the Boston Globe. Kathy Haller, who last year told The Guardian that Trump forcibly kissed the side of her mouth during a brunch at Mar-a-Lago in 1997, expressed dismay that nothing stuck against him. Heller said she wondered whether the fame of Weinstein's accusers, who include Oscar winners such as Gwyneth Paltrow, played a role in how their claims were received. A lot of them were actresses we've all heard of, said Heller, 64. When it's a celebrity, it has more weight than just someone who he met at Mar-a-Lago or a beauty pageant contestant. They're not people we've heard of. And that, in our society, has much more weight because they're famous. Heller said Weinstein's removal from his production company made her glad that finally something was really done and a guy finally got his dues, his just desserts, she said. We'll see about Trump. It's never too late. McGillivray, now 37. Said she was initially afraid to speak out, calling it petrifying. But she said she felt driven by a patriotic duty, as well as a desire to do right by her teenage daughter. I wanted to be heard, said McGillivray, who lives in Palm Springs, Florida, not far from Mar-a-Lago, the president's private club. A